Hi, welcome back once again to CBSE Board Economics. I'm Saddam Hussain here. Welcome you all. In the last class, we've seen Keynesian income, employment and output, equilibrium level of income, employment and output through AD and AS approach, aggregate demand and aggregate supply, C+I approach we call it. We've seen there the economy will be at equilibrium when aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply. That is, what people are planning to spend, the aggregate demand, is equal to what the firms or the producers are willing to supply. They should be equal. That's equilibrium. AD is equal to AS. We already seen that AD stands for C+I and A stands for C+. AD stands for C+S and A stands for C+S. So at the equilibrium, when AD is equal to S, C+I is equal to C+S, CC gets cancelled. So ultimately at the equilibrium level of income employment level, automatically savings are equivalent to investment. These are all planned, mind it. The planned expenditure should be equal to the planned output. The planned saving should be equal to the planned output, or we call it as ex ante. Ex ante saving should be equal to ex ante investment. So let's start S&I approach, the second approach. It's extension of the C+I approach. So equilibrium level of income, employment and output, savings and investment approach, we call it S is equal to I. So we know it at the equilibrium level of income, employment and output, AD is equal to AS. We already know that aggregate demand stands for C+I, consumption expenditure plus investment expenditure, and we know that aggregate supply is nothing but national income. Income either we consume or we save. So AS is equal to C+S. So at the equilibrium, C+I is equal to C+S, CC gets cancelled. So ultimately at the equilibrium level of income, employment and output, S is equal to I. That's the planned savings in the economy are equivalent to the planned investment. That is ex ante, we wrote it here, ex ante savings are equivalent to ex ante investment. So ex ante plan, ex ante plan. These are all planned, not realized. So we explain this, it becomes very clear with the help of a graph. On the x-axis, we got income, employment and output, S&I approach. On the y-axis, this time, instead of showing aggregate demand, we have taken savings and investment. Here, you remember one thing. So, investment is constant in the economy. Autonomous investment, we call it, at any given level of income. At any point in the economy, investments are constant and the investment curve is parallel to OX-axis. It's constant, OI. At OI investment level, we're seeing the equilibrium level of income, employment and output. We already know that the savings always curve starts from the negative range of the OY axis, that means below the x-axis. Why it is starting from negative? Because in the economy, when consumption is greater than income, before the break-even point, savings are negative. That's why it's starting from this. Don't forget to always start from here. This is of course the break-even point. We're not discussing about it. So here, the economy, the saving curve keeps on increasing. As income is increasing here, you can see it here, as income is increasing, national income, our savings also going up here. Then a point comes where saving curve and investment curve intersect each other at point E. This we call it as equilibrium point at OQ level of income. This is the equilibrium level of income, S is equal to I. Why the economy cannot be at equilibrium before OQ level of output? Let's take at OQ1 level of output here. At OQ1 level of output, we know that we've seen in the earlier class, earlier video, we know before the equilibrium level of output, AD is greater than AS. That means people are planning to spend more than what is being produced in the economy. As a result, the enterprises, firms get a lot of profits, they increase their employment level, they increase output, they increase income, and obviously with the increase in all these, savings also will go up. the savings are increasing here, right here. The gap between savings are also increasing, but the investment is constant, and savings are increasing. The gap between the savings and investment is being breached, and then they become equal at point of equilibrium. S is equal to I. Why? The economy cannot be at equilibrium if you go beyond the OQ level of output. Beyond the OQ level of output, we have seen in earlier class that aggregate supply is greater than aggregate demand. That means it is leading to a situation of stockpiling situation. That means the producers are not able to sell their goods because they produced more than what is being demanded in the economy. As a result, stockpiling, unsold, unnecessary, unwanted. As a result, the output will decrease, income will decrease, employment level decrease. Obviously, with the decrease in income, savings also decrease. You can see it here, savings are decreasing till the point S becomes equal to I, savings and investment. Hence, we conclude that the economy will be at equilibrium only at that level of output where savings are equivalent to investment. You can't have any other equilibrium level of output. I repeat once again all the concepts which you learn. So, the economy, according to Keynes, the economy will be at equilibrium when aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply. That means the planned output is equal to planned expenditure. The economy will be at equilibrium when AD is equal to S. You remember this way? And the second point, you remember, AD stands for C+I and AS stands for C+S. So, the third point, at the equilibrium level of output, C plus S is equal to C plus I, C gets cancelled. So, at the equilibrium level of output, the planned savings are equivalent to planned investment. Ex ante savings are equivalent to ex ante investment. So, this is what's shown here. That means everything should be equal. AD should be equal to AS and savings should be equal to investment. Planned savings are equivalent to planned investment. Ex ante savings are equivalent to ex ante investment. The planned AD is equal to planned output at the equilibrium. You can't have any other equilibrium. This is shown with the help of a graph here. On the x-axis, you got income, employment and output. On the y-axis, you got savings and investment. Since here we have taken a case of autonomous investment, that means investment remains constant, does not change with the changes in income and output. Autonomous. That's why I curve, investment curve, is parallel to OX-axis. Savings in the economy are negative initially, then they keep on increasing with the increase in output or income, employment level. So, the economy is at equilibrium at point E where savings are equivalent to investment by producing OQ level of output. That's planned savings are equivalent to planned investment. So, before the equilibrium level of output at OQ1 in the economy, AD is greater than AS. That means people are demanding more goods than what is being produced. What the producers do, they are investing more than what is being saved in the economy. Investment is greater than savings. When investment is greater than savings, we know logically output will increase, income will increase, employment level increases and savings also increases, and the gap being investment and savings is being bridged till the point S becomes equal to I. If the economy goes beyond OQ level of output, that is equilibrium level of output at OQ2, we already know it leads to a stockpiling situation, unwanted, unnecessary, unsold stockpiling. Output will fall, income will fall, employment level will fall till the point AD becomes equal to S, S becomes equal to I. So, to put it in short summary of it, the economy will be at equilibrium when AD is equal to S, AD is C plus I, S is C plus S, C gets cancelled. So, the planned savings are equivalent to planned investment. Before the equilibrium level of output, AD is greater than AS, hence investments are greater than savings. Then output will increase, income will increase, employment level increase, savings will increase till the point they become equal. After the equilibrium level of output, AS is greater than AD, right? Hence, output will fall, income, employment level will fall, savings also will fall till the point AD becomes equal to S, or planned savings become equal to planned investment. So, in conclusion, we say that the economy will be at equilibrium only when AD is equal to S and planned savings are equivalent to planned investment. That's all we have time for today. Till we meet next time, it's goodbye from Saddam Hussein. Work hard for your board exams. Goodbye.